Not to discount anything that I've said in my previous videos, but the further that I'm taking on this journey with God, I'm recognizing that this was always in the cards for us. God always had this planned for you and I. That at a certain point in our life, we were going to be shown things about the world that you and I grew up in. You know, when I first started going through gang stalking, and I've talked about this in some of my videos, I even have a video about the number, I kept seeing 333 a lot. And I know that a lot of other people in the community also saw that number quite often. Or maybe it was 33 or 333 in the app. You just start noticing the number all the time. And all this began happening for me at the age of 33. God always sort of shows me things after the fact, meaning I'll make a life choice and then later I'll draw and see the connection between what I was led to just seemingly at random do and then later be shown and confirmed by him. So for example, my channel name is after the prophet Jeremiah. That's why I chose Jeremiah, because I identified with him from the very beginning, where he sort of is hesitant and doesn't want to answer God's call. He sort of tries to see if God will pass him over. But God always had this plan for us. And I realized tonight, and actually lately, but tonight it was confirmed. Ever since I went on this trip with Simon to the Smokies, and he took us to like this restaurant, and we did a video on that. It's called Mellow Mushroom. And when I came home, I started to realize God's calling me anyway, to show people what I've been shown. And it's as simple as that. And the reason why I personally, and I suspect the same is true for you, had to go through a lot of this trauma that I went through is because it was teaching me, it was training me, it was showing me things about the world which many have tried to keep hidden for a long time. And that's why I'm a threat, and that's why maybe you're a threat too, is because maybe right now you're in the process of being walked through that and shown things. I still am too. I know that God continuously reveals. I'm learning from my own videos, so you know. I'm putting together these documentaries and I'm connecting pieces that I didn't know were there initially, or further confirming things which I'd been suspecting all along. But about that number 333, if you see that a lot, it's Jeremiah 33:3. You should go to your Bible and look it up. It says, "Call to me and I will answer you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." And I can attest to the fact that I have been shown things in this process, all these programs that I've been making about Alice in Wonderland and all these things, that there's no way in my mind I ever envisioned my life becoming a devotion to these topics. But he has shown me things about our world that were hidden, unsearchable, things that I could not have simply intuited on my own. And I just uploaded a video tonight connecting a few more pieces for you. Basically someone who had gone through gang stalking, or at least some of the activity, but as far as I can tell has never used that term before. Just a Christian who started to be shown things by God and started to be attacked by the occult, with people saying very strange things to them out of the blue, people that they'd known all their life. And that's pretty much what we go through as well. I do believe that there are people who know full well what has been happening. But I also think that a lot of the people that are involved in all of this are not making this choice if it were theirs to make. I do believe the further we go into this, that what we're seeing in gang stalking, this supernatural people knowing things about you that they didn't get from any human source, things that you've never told another person, people showing up where they shouldn't be, the just weird synchronicities or meaningful coincidences that happen in succession constantly when you're going through this. Something else is at work, and it's found in Ephesians 6:12, so you know who your battle is really against here. So don't be deceived by people in this community. We're really not much of a community, so you know. What we are is we're living in a digital age where individuals are able to kind of share their experience because they're not sure what's happening to them. And all that's happening to you, and it's a blessing, it's a very good thing, it's a very good sign for your life, for your way forward in life, is God has tapped you on the shoulder and wants to reveal some things to you. And if you want to run from that responsibility in this and avoid giving your life to Jesus Christ and allowing this process to unfold, the demons that are hunting you, who know that he's calling you, who know that he's tapping you on your shoulder, will crush you because you're unprotected.
Beware my wrath.
God bless you all. This isn't about you or I. It's much bigger than that. We were simply, because we're human beings, and because we're also down here on planet Earth, and because you and I were never going to sell our soul for a few toys. God's calling us. That's what he's always done with people. That's how he's always worked. It's how he gave us his word. It's by coming down and calling upon certain individuals and showing them things that the rest of the population weren't seeing. And yet, over time, those people helped the rest of those who were asleep wake up. Our basic commission as Christians is undoubtedly to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ throughout the world. That's a given. But some of us are being given special ministries in this process. And so God is going to be revealing to you in this process different pieces of the puzzle, as it were. Some of you may even have gone through in your gang stalking a process of what you might describe as like a download of information that was coming to you, especially in the initial phases. I can testify to that. And interestingly, it all was relating to the videos that I've been currently making of late. It all had to do with satanic ritual abuse, Satanism in our world, uncovering things that had happened through childhood trauma to people. And I didn't understand at the time why this was happening to me. It's only since God has taken me through this process and shown me certain things that now I'm able to look back and realize that's all that this was. God started to show the secrets that Satan wants to keep hidden, and he attacked. And that's a good thing to rejoice about, because that means you have been called by God. Stay strong, stay blessed, stay close to Jesus Christ. He loves you.